everyone, and welcome back to Sketch by Sketch. Today, as you can see, I'm going to be trying watercolors in my Illo Sketchbook. So I'm going to start this little series of maybe doing some different mediums in this sketchbook. So today is watercolor. Here is the pan that I'm going to be using. I got this off Amazon. This is pretty much what I always use when I do watercolors. They come in these convenient little pans in this big tray, and as you can see, there's many colors. Also going to be using a little paint palette, and then of course my brushes, which all of those things came off of Amazon. Also have some water, and I think we are ready to go. So I went ahead and sketched with a Prismacolor pencil, and I did this off camera, got my iced coffee, we're ready to go. Also, if you're wondering, this is my original character, Olivia, in a fall outfit. So yes, it doesn't really look like her that much because she doesn't have her classic dress on, but that is who this is. So we're gonna just go ahead and start out. I really don't have much experience when it comes to watercolor. I like to watch people do it on YouTube. I enjoy watching people watercolor, and I think the paintings are really pretty. It's just something that I've never really gotten into myself. But I do know a bit about mixing colors from other painting projects, so I know that I want to add in some yellows and reds, and I usually add a little bit of blue to my skin tones, so I'm right now just kind of mixing the color. Watercolor is something that I've kind of just always been a little bit intimidated by. And of course, in the sketchbook, it's very different than on watercolor paper. But I have seen people do it before, so let's give it a try today. I'm just starting out. This is a really kind of thin color, very light. And I was so surprised that when I started painting, it didn't really smudge around the pencil, and you could still see the pencil lines through it, which was absolutely amazing. I was so worried that it was just going to kind of get rid of the sketch and I was going to have to go back over it, but it kept the sketch perfect. As you can see, I'm just kind of rubbing over it and the sketch still looks so cute. So that was really fun. Really like that. As I kind of said, I didn't really have a plan going into this. I'm just kind of using techniques I know from different mediums and trying to use them. So I'm just kind of layering that same color over top, and it's working quite well actually. So I'm just kind of putting more and more layers of the color to create the shadows. And so far I think this looks really cool. This is a little bit different than some other experiences I've had with watercolor. Maybe it's something about the paper or the sketchbook that I'm familiar with, I don't know, but I definitely kind of like this. As far as the paper's holding up very well to the water actually. This is a mixed media sketchbook, but if you've ever used an Illo, you will know that it definitely gravitates more towards the marker paper side of things. I think that they definitely focused on that type of drawing for these sketchbooks, which is what I typically do, so that's why they are perfect for me. But the reason I wanted to kind of start this series, and yes, this is going to be a series. It may not happen consecutively like every week, but I want to try like gouache, pencils. I've done markers, but I'll probably do them again. And then maybe like one big drawing with all of these at once. But anyways, I just wanted to see how versatile this sketchbook is, because I always talk it up like every artist needs an Illo sketchbook, but I kind of just wanted to see how it really works out with other mediums, because I really only use markers in mine. As you probably know if you watch my channel. So it's really fun to just try out these new things, and so far I think watercolor does work in this. I don't recommend like heavily layering multiple layers. The paper did started to peel up a little bit, separate, I don't really know what you want to call it, but it did do that just a little bit. The paper just dissolved, I guess. And right there, that is one of the things that I really don't like about watercolor. I didn't let it dry long enough, and then, you know, the different colors spread around because of the water. Of course, that's just something that comes with the medium, but that is definitely one of the things that have always kind of bothered me when using it. These watercolors, also I'd like to say, are really good and affordable. I've never really used expensive watercolors, so maybe they aren't that good compared to something nice, but these aren't super expensive, and in my opinion, they work very well. I don't really know if there is like super good and bad watercolors. I know that I don't like the chalky ones that have a little more of a chalk texture. I've used those and those are not good, and I really don't like tube watercolors because they're too messy. But these tend to be a good compromise if you're wanting to stay budget friendly. They're definitely really good for getting those really light shades like I'm doing here, not adding too much color, just kind of building it up and adding the values. So I'm definitely liking the way this looks. The hair didn't turn out as good as the skin in my opinion though. I just had a little bit of trouble getting the textures right, and the water was moving around a little bit weird with this brown color. So I guess I just need to experiment a little bit more. But the hair didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. Here I tried to layer some black over top because my character does have almost black hair. It has a bit of brown in it, and that's why I thought I'd start with brown, but it definitely looked too light, so I'm trying to layer some black. This didn't go great. Again, this hair I was kind of struggling with getting the texture. I'm just so used to markers and being able to just get in those strands of hair and stuff, but that doesn't work that way with this, so definitely a little different. I went ahead and colored in the brows, and as you can see, everything is kind of dry now. And I went in and tried to do kind of like an eyeliner just to accentuate the eyes. Kind of wish I would have left this stuff off. I don't like how bold it looks against the pencil marks. I wish I kind of would have left it the way that it was. But that is something about watercolor that I really like, is that you can see those pencil marks still, and that's something that really I do in my style a lot. So I really like that you can still see the sketch. I don't think that lining out the eyes looked bad. I just think that it kind of took away a little bit from it, but again, it doesn't look bad. I like it. I think it looks cute. Going in, just adding a little more color to everything, and I did line the nose but with a pink color just to kind of continue with the color of the sketch, so I did like the way that that looked. Right now I'm just coloring in her earrings. That gold color is really pretty. I'd like to mention, really love that gold paint color. Alright, and now for the handbag, I added a little water to this black so that it would be a very deep black color. I can't really see it right now because the shadow on the water. I realized that filming with watercolor is different because it's so shiny, the light reflecting on it. I probably should have set up my lighting source a little differently for this, but just very shiny. So I decided to just, like I said, make this a little more opaque in contrast with how light everything else is. And I really like the pose of this drawing as well. I think it's really cute. It really flows well with the look of the sweater, and this being a fall sketch with me. Definitely love these fall themed videos. Alright, now I had to go in with an olive green sweater. It had to be the black purse, the gold hoop earrings, the dark hair. So cute with olive. I think the day that I drew this, I actually was wearing an olive green sweater earlier in that day, so I feel like that might have been where it came from just a bit, but I definitely love this outfit. It looks like something that I would wear. I think typically as artists now, if you can relate to this, leave a comment down below. We tend to draw characters and things that we like and things that we wear. So definitely most of my characters, the things that they wear resemble things that I own in my closet. So I think that's kind of fun as we see our art reflect on ourselves. And another video idea I had that I'd like to mention, I really want to do a kind of like a capsule wardrobe sketch where I pick out just some basic pieces in my closet or things that I really like and draw them all out on a sketchbook spread. So I just thought that would be fun, a little different than my normal outfit drawings. Let me know what you think down below. That video idea actually came from a subscriber, so thank you so much for that idea. Here I'm just trying to add a little texture to the sweater with the watercolor. That's one thing that watercolor is very good at, is adding the layered look, the texture. I'm not very good at it because this really is probably one of my first times watercoloring. Like, I have watercolored before, but it's just really been so long ago and I don't do it often enough that it's pretty much just new to me. So very fun here. Here, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm adding a little bit of blue. I saw someone do this on a video one time, just to kind of just create more of a shadowed look and an artistic kind of element to the painting, and I think it looks cute. I like the blue added to it. I think it definitely brings out just a little bit something interesting, the blue lighting, so I think that's really cute. Alright, now I'm just going to add a little bit of a background with some brown, just because this is like a really fall themed sketch, and I think this kind of sunny brown color looks really good as the background. Alright guys, so this is nearing the end of the video. I had such a fun time today, so my overall review is Illo Sketchbook can handle the watercolor. It looks good. The paper held up alright. It did wrinkle up a little bit, but that is to be expected, of course. Pretty much all paper does that. So again, it wasn't like a super extensive drawing, and wasn't like layering multiple layers or anything, so it might not hold up to anything super serious, but what I did today, it held up great, and I'm actually really surprised with how this came out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what art medium you want to see in the next video of this series. Here I'm just finishing up by throwing a little extra pencil on top, and there is the finished drawing. So again, super excited. Thanks so much, you guys, for tuning in. Make sure to leave that comment, and more video ideas, leave them down below. I'd love to see them. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!